IC British School has been awarded the British Council International School Award. The International School Award is a 3-year accreditation offered by the British Council, acknowledging that our school offers international education to our learners, exposing them to global issues and providing them with opportunities to collaborate and partner with learners from all over the world. This was done through various projects and activities. The first activity was entitled Be Kind, Be a Good Citizen. The logo and slogan of this activity were inspired by the movie Wonder. If you have to choose between right and kind, choose kind. First, students worked in groups to create posters, to work on presentations discussing bullying, and they created their own videos as well as their own poems. Students shared their posters with other students in Year 2 in Friarswood Primary School, UK. A group of students created a movie about bullying, discussing the reasons and effects of bullying. This movie was posted on the school Facebook page and received a lot of positive comments. Students shared their work with their peers. They gave presentations to the rest of the class to spread awareness and share their findings. Among the sessions that were conducted was a session conducted by the school counselor. She asked the students to write apology notes to any students that they might have hurt in the past. Students watched the movie Wonder, and they were asked to reflect on the main message of the movie by writing a message to any of the characters in the movie, whether the bullies or the bullied. More sessions were conducted. One of them was conducted by Advice Seekers, an Egyptian NGO. Students participated in a marathon for charity. They were asked to collect sponsors from their families and friends, as well as their teachers, to pay for each lap they ran. The money they collected was used for charity, specifically the project Educate Me for Masr al-Khair. Students attended a Skype session with youth crisis counselor and bullying expert from USA, Brooks Gibbs. He shared so many tips with the students on how to fight bullying. And his golden rule for all the students to remember was, don't get upset. In the morning broadcast, Year 7 students spoke about the main messages and lessons learned from the Skype call with Brooks Gibbs. In addition to that, Year 1 students presented a song about the theme of bullying, how to stay strong, and the importance of being kind to others. One important aspect of this project was sharing work with other schools. We collaborated with schools in Lebanon and India. Finally, all our students' work, in addition to all the partners' work, came together on one global partnership mural to spread the message we all share: stop bullying, be kind. The second activity is entitled Save Our Mother Earth. The key to a greener planet is in your hands. First, students searched for information on endangered animals and how to save them. They gathered enough information to write a report. Then they watched videos about the effect of pollution on our planet and on all the creatures living on the planet. They created posters to raise awareness on saving the environment and spreading the messages: stop pollution, recycle, reuse, and reduce. Students worked together in groups to read about the water problems in different countries. They designed brochures and added graphs presenting water consumption in these countries. In the break, students shared their findings with other students from different grade levels. They spoke about the importance of water and how they should preserve it. They held their posters and called for preserving water to tell the rest of the students about this problem. In the science lab, students collected 5 samples of water from different locations. Then they tested the pH of each sample using indicator strips comparing the difference in colors in regards to the standard color. While some students planted beautiful flowers in the schoolyard to add beauty to our school, more students bought small plants and planted them with an NGO called Shaggarha to spread greenery in all parts of Cairo. A group of students helped in putting up colored garbages in the school playground to encourage the entire school to appreciate the importance of sorting out garbage and taking part in the process of recycling. To teach the students the importance of recycling, several activities were conducted. One of them was painting and decorating old unused jars to create gifts for the new year. Another activity was recycling paper to make bookmarks. In the art classes, students created their imaginary city using recycled materials such as old bottles, plastic plates, tissue rolls, and more. Students celebrated Earth Day. They created the letters of the school name, Elite, using bottle caps. Each letter starts a sentence of the school pledge. It's a promise to save the earth and care for her. This pledge is displayed on the school wall for all the students to see every day and remember the importance of keeping our earth safe. An important aspect of this project was to get to see what students in other countries do to save the earth, recycle, and preserve water. Therefore, we collaborated and shared work with 2 schools, one in Palestine and one in India. The third activity was entitled People of Earth. The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. In preparation for the International Day celebration, each teacher has chosen a country for her class. In the computer lab, students searched for information about the country, its customs, traditions, costumes, famous dishes, and ways of celebrations. Students put together the information they found in a PowerPoint presentation to present the chosen country to other classes in other grades. On International Day, students were divided into groups. Each group presented a country. They dressed up, wearing the famous costumes of this country. They also presented the dance the country is famous for. The celebration ended with a fashion parade showing the different costumes. Our partner for this project was a school in Pakistan. The fourth activity was entitled May Peace Prevail on Earth. Peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. Students designed a peace pole. The pole has the message, May Peace Prevail on Earth, written in 8 different languages. Students searched for conflicts around the world, their reasons, their effects, and ways to resolve them. Then they presented their findings to the rest of the classes. In the morning broadcast, students shared with the rest of the school some of the poems they wrote about peace and some of their research findings by asking questions. They displayed the peace pole they created and explained its idea as well as the message it delivers. As an act of peace and love for the people in our community, some students visited the cancer hospital. They visited the patients and put a smile on their faces. And they showed them there are people who love them and care about them. Students from different grade levels participated in the global mural competition conducted by People to People International. Students were asked to draw a mural about the theme of reconciliation. Our school participated in the competition with 3 murals, one for the elementary stage, one for middle school, and one for high school. In addition to the extreme happiness and joy we felt when we won, we were extremely honored when Mrs. Mary Eisenhower, granddaughter of President Eisenhower and chief executive of People to People International, visited our school and presented the certificates herself to all our winners. Our school reached out to other schools around the world through social media to participate in 2 activities to spread the message of peace around the world. These 2 activities were creating a human sign and creating a peace poster. 3 schools responded to our invitation, one from Palestine, one from India, and the last one from Pakistan. The 5th activity was entitled Gender Equality. Gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight. Students collected data about gender inequality problems and stereotyping. They were also engaged in class discussions. A group of students visited the Egyptian National Women Council to get to know more about the efforts of the council to empower women in Egypt. Students created a Facebook page where they uploaded a video that they created, as well as an online survey to collect data about the problem of gender equality in Egypt. We conducted a Skype call with our partner in India to discuss the problem of gender equality and stereotyping in both our country as well as theirs. We conducted a mini exhibition where students displayed their work to two guest speakers, two models of successful Egyptian female figures, Mrs. Nagwa Ghurab, a swimming champion, and Ms. Amina Sa'i, co-founder of Hilm Foundation. In collaboration with two different schools in India, students shared their posters, scrapbooks, wrote comments on each other's Facebook pages, watched each other's skits and movies. The sixth activity is entitled Our Culture, Our Identity, Our Language. Our culture, our traditions, and our language are the foundations upon which we build our identity. Students explored the famous touristic sites in Egypt, such as the River Nile, Khan el-Khalili, and Cairo Tower. They searched for information and wrote them on charts using the two languages that they are studying, English and Arabic. They added a glossary of the new words learned at the bottom of each chart. Students hung their charts on the school walls to create a nice gallery for the rest of the students to read and learn new information about Egypt and learn new vocabulary words. Another group of students explored the famous figures in Egypt and created identity cards for each of these characters, again in two different languages, Arabic, English, German, or French. In addition to the languages students study at school, they have learned some words in a new language, Urdu, the language of one of our partner schools. Students created a wall dictionary including words in different languages, including the words we shared and learned from our partner school in Pakistan. Our students created a video about Egyptian customs and traditions in Arabic with English subtitles in an attempt to teach our partner some words in Arabic. The seventh activity was entitled Famous Figures Around the World. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. In German classes, students searched some famous German characters and created a video. In English classes, students learned about famous British figures. They prepared charts, dressed up, and got ready for the presentations in front of the rest of the school. In Arabic classes, students searched famous Arab figures and wrote their biographies. In French classes, students wrote scripts about the biographies of famous French figures. In art, students drew the portraits of people they have been studying in other classes. In ICT classes, students made identity cards for all the portraits they drew in art, and they also created an information sheet. They used the cards and information sheet to create a wall of fame, a display of all the figures on the school wall. Students organized a big event. They displayed all their work, charts, research, and dressed up as the famous figures they represent. They gave the presentations to students from different grade levels to teach them about famous people around the world. The last activity is quality education for all. Education is not a privilege. Education is a right. Students watched UNICEF videos to understand more about why some children around the world are deprived of proper education and how these children feel. In class, students discussed the reasons why some children never get the chance to receive proper education. They created charts representing the problems of education and children deprivation of their right to education in different countries around the globe. Students conducted a bake sale to collect donations to support the Syrian refugees' education. They used the money they raised to buy stationery and school bags to offer to the Syrian refugees in support of their education. Our school hosted a group of Syrian refugees, and students organized a fun day for them. After a day full of fun, our students gave away the school bags and supplies to our guests, putting a smile on all their faces.